Alright guys, another inside vlog here. So it's been a while since I've done one of these, but pretty much I got a flat tire yesterday and 2 weeks ago and then 2 days before that, and I took off the back tire and I tried to figure out what was the problem, and pretty much the spoke holes are exposed and rim tape is not covering the rim. So what we're going to do today, this huge package that Amazon sent me, we're going to go ahead, take the rim tape out of here and put it on the rim. But before we do that, thanks for the concern, everyone. If you didn't see my latest video, go ahead and check it out. But I mentioned how I have this strip screw, and I'm looking at it right here. So, make sure I'm looking at it right. So this is it here. So pretty much, this is not the broken water bottle cage I talked about. I was able to take that off. I was able to rip it off pretty much. And the screw here, this bolt here, was badly weathered, all right? So pretty much, I'm just like, come on, like this is just ridiculous. So it's badly weathered, and I'm trying to turn it with the Allen wrench, and then it breaks, and it being or strips, I should say. Then I tried with a Dremel. Steve lent me a Dremel, and that didn't go too well, and it was just bad thing, one after the next. So then I actually got like a nice slice in there. Use a flathead, try to turn it. The screw broke, so pretty much I'm probably just gonna take this to the bike shop and see if they can help me out with that. So that's number one. Thanks for that. Number two, I'm going to Houston on Sunday, so I don't know if anyone out there lives or has access to the downtown Houston area. It looks really boring. I'll be there from Sunday to like Thursday. I wouldn't even count Thursday because check out it's Thursday, but it looks really boring down there, and if anyone could guide me on where to go, where to hang out, I would greatly appreciate that. Or if you want to hang out with me, just let me know. Hit me up on Instagram or send me an email, whatever works best for you. Alright, so the main part today is going to be taking off this back tire, this back rim, taking the tire off, and switching out this rim tape. So let's go ahead and look at the rim tape we got here. I got my legal knife, it's not over 4 inches. God forbid that happened. It's a huge package for rim tape, right? But it's a SOG knife, by the way. I'll link it in the description. Steve gave me that knife. I was like to Steve, I was at Steve's house, and I was like, Steve, I really like that knife. He was like, hey, if you want it, you can have it. I was like, I can't say no to that, can I? Thanks, Steve. So here's the rim tape. Is that showing up? Yeah, a little bit of a glare. Okay, well, daylight savings has happened, so now when I get home, it's actually bright outside. Okay, it's about, I don't know, 5:45. Yeah, 5:45 exactly. So it's pretty bright outside now. Okay. So this is actually good practice for people who don't know how to change a bike tire. So the first thing you want to do is to make sure that you actually take your tools out of your toolbox, your saddle bag, and I'm going to need a tire lever to do this. And go ahead, upshift the bike all the way, get it to the smallest ring. Make some space for yourself. I don't have a bike stand, so I have to turn my bike upside down to do work. Go ahead and loosen the bag. Kind of comes right on out. All right, cool. So we got the rim off. And we'll go ahead and use our tool here. So Gator skins are pretty easy to work with. There are some bike tires out there that they'll actually lock on to the rim, so you need to actually press in and kind of get it out. But Gator skins are pretty good. This might be a little hard to take off because this is a new tire, probably just 2 weeks old, not even 100 miles on it, so it's not even formally broken in yet. So you want to release the rest of the air out of flat. You want to release the rest of the air before you start working, and just kind of get in there. Is this? Yeah, it's kind of getting me. So just, you know, a little tip for those of you who don't know how to change a tire or to fix a flat, what you probably want to do when fixing a flat is only take half the tire out and then pull the inner tube out. It saves you a lot of time. You know, if you have to change just the inner tube when you're on the road, you don't have to take the whole tire off. Just makes your life a little easier. But we're going to take the whole tire off. And as I said, it's a new tire, so it's a bit tight on there. So there we go. Let's see if I can find the trouble spots. Okay, so like right there. Let's see, I can't tell. Right there. See how it's off a little bit? And you can actually see the spoke holes. You know, I don't know if it's coming out on camera. Like right there, it's kind of exposed there. And I think in a worst case, it was actually badly shifted. Looks a little better now, but I was trying my best to kind of line it up, but it wasn't working. Okay, cool. I'll take my knife, try to cut this tape out. Hopefully I don't cut myself. So there we go. Alright, cool. So these are the spoke holes I'm talking about, and if these are exposed, pretty much when you get your tire, your tube up to pressure, it's going to pretty much try to go in those holes and get really bad cuts. Here's our rim tape. So this is 716. Original was 714. So this is slightly wider. So this is the hole here. You want to find your spoke hole. And what you can do is actually use a skewer, or if you have a valve stem long enough, you can find your valve stem hole on the actual rim. Find your valve stem hole on the tape. Line the two up. Take your, you know, I have a long valve stem, but some people use skewers. It's pretty long without a frame there. And just put it in there. This way it kind of holds the tape in place. And go ahead and just put that tape right around the rim. Make sure that is straight. Okay, slightly off. Okay. Just use my skewer to like kind of skewer file. Alright, this kind of stinks. It's kind of off. I don't know if you could kind of get that. I'm going the wrong way. There we go. Slightly off. Not terrible. Like I could get a valve stem in there. But anyway, if you look around the rim, it's pretty good. Looks great. So this was done pretty well. Alright, so now we got to go ahead and put the inner tube and the tire back on the bike. So the first thing you want to do is actually go ahead and put the tire halfway on. And this is going to make the life a bit easier. So one, you want to make sure that, you want to make sure that you have your tire going on the right way. So the way I do it is I hold the rim the proper way, and I know the cassette belongs on the right hand side. And I know when I look at my tire that for Gator skins, at least for the 25s, the smaller part should be pointing towards the front. And you just put your rim on just halfway without the tube, right? You're just going to do that just like that. Make your life easier. So this is on, so it's halfway on right there. Just put that to the side momentarily. Now, something to make putting the inner tube a bit easier, what you want to do is go ahead and take your inner tube. Notice how it's all flat and bent up, or whatever you want to call it. Just take the cap and the ring off. Something to make your life easier is to go ahead, and I have a pump here, like a full-size pump, just so the tube has a little shape, and this is going to make your life way easier when you're actually putting this into the rim. Alright, so here we go. So half the tire is out. Now the half that's out, you actually want to enter in from this side. And it's going to be common sense, like when you try this for yourself. So this is typically how I switch my inner tube. It's way easier than taking the tire off and then you try to put the tire on and the other thing on. It's just too much work. But this way it's pretty straightforward. So go ahead and put this in. Put in some of your tube. So I like to put in roughly 1/3 in there, and then start to try to actually put some of the tire back in there, so the tire can actually hold. And again, this is a new tire. This tire is just, I don't think it's 2 weeks old yet, maybe 2 weeks now. Barely put any miles on it, so it's barely broken in, could barely stretch. So it might take me a minute to get this in all the way. All right, there we go. All right, so you want to start pumping up the tires a bit. So I run 40 mil valve stems. 32 is way too short. 60 is optimal, but 40 is the bare minimum. And what I want to do is just pump it up just a little bit and make sure that the tire is seated correctly. Because if it's not, the tube will start to come out through the side. And I think we're pretty good here. All right, so these tires actually get up to about 110. So I'm gonna, 120. I'm gonna get up to about 110, 115. Make sure you get this nice and tight. All right, there we go. Let's just see how the bike is shifting. Not perfect, but it's all right. So we'll just leave it alone. All right, let me see if I could just bring this example up of how your tube looks when you have messed up rim tape. It's a big hole right there. So when you don't have your rim tape done properly, I don't know, yeah, there we go. Pretty bad. Can actually lift this up. But that's a pretty big cut, and that cut ain't from debris. There's no debris in the tire. It's pretty much because, as I said, it's the rim tape was not lined up properly. Spoke holes are exposed, and pretty much so right here, this is where my valve stem is. Let me just close it. If you're ever curious exactly where your problem is, when you take your rim off, you can line up this valve stem with the valve stem hole, and you actually see exactly where the problem is. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Like the video if you like this video, if you want to see more of my quote-unquote maintenance videos. And go ahead, leave me a comment below. There's something I could have done better, something I could have done differently. Let me know how you handle certain problems like these. And I'll see you guys next time.